Overwatch fans, Barberton Esports fans, welcome to the qualifying match here to see if Barberton is able to beat Louisville to get in for the regionals for the Northeast regions for the Esports Ohio 2024 spring, winter, whatever season this is, the main season. So Barberton here was unable to get the win against East Canton last week, and so instead here they are attempting to make their way and make their play for the States.
Coming out with an interesting tank play here with the Hog from Barberton. Let's see how this rolls out here on Samoa.
Yes, Adan was unavailable, so we have Christian Terrel on tank this time and subbing up Caden Harris onto the DPS role.
Looks like we're contesting a high ground mid.
Definitely,
Louisville tending to go behind here.
I think Christian's strongest tanks were the Hog and I can't remember if it was Sigma or Zarya. There was some other character he was pretty fond of.
Enemy Tracer goes down pretty quickly here. Let's see if Barberton can follow this up. They're slow pushing on high ground here.
I believe the call from Tommy was just to walk forward, but the rest of the team holding back a little bit. I'd like to see the Hog a bit further up here.
Goes down, tank goes down. Barberton walks on top of him.
Nice hook. I think it connected. I think they just died in mid.
Almost got the spawner from the Tracer as well, too. Barberton gets the first point.
Holding in this room, I think they can afford to hold up here. I think that's a good.
There's a lot of cover, a lot of different angles you can take here, so it makes sense to be playing around this as the enemy tries to push in. Nice forward position from a Reaper, has a little bit of an escape plan.
Getting peeked at by the Genji, but it doesn't really matter.
Interesting that the Genji's not really being dealt with. Nobody's really addressing the issue. Oh, here comes the Moira from Julian.
Yeah, I think the Genji wasn't landing enough shots for them to feel like they needed to address him.
Potentially, it was a weird angle too. Tommy with the 3K right out of the gates. Tracer goes down as well. Can get a little bit of healing. The rest of the team comes in and a full cleanup.
Yeah, I think the Reflect got a little scary there for a second, but it came out too slow from the Genji. Maybe it was on cooldown.
It seems like Louisville's having a little bit hard time pushing in with the compositions they're running because they're not really able to get past the massive amount of spam that's coming out of the Reaper and the Hog. So they're really zoned out here. Maybe it would be best them to try and isolate a support. Ult come in, doesn't connect with anyone. Good positioning by Barberton.
It's the Hog, but he was on the vape, so it didn't matter.
Right. Damage reduction's pretty strong.
50%.
Biotic grenades pulled out. Running Ana this season is a little bit sketch as well. Forcing out the Suzu, and then tank still goes down.
Maybe their thought was to like counteract the Hog heal, but it doesn't matter really because you're dead.
Isolated soldier getting 1v1 with the Moira goes down as well. Feels like Louisville's plan is to dump everything into the D.Va and see how it works out for them. But same plan from Barberton, and Barberton's coming out on the winning end of it every fight.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of ults come out yet. Saw the D.Va bomb recently. But
Finally switching over to the Sigma. Probably a wise choice there. Ooh, barely misses the hook. Huge pressure onto the tank from Barberton. Funeral gets behind, heals up.
yeah, I mean, tries to heal up. He at least mitigates the damage. He's purpled all the way out.
Louisville not really capitalizing on their rush that they planted in the center there. They do get a full spawn off.
Yeah, Julian in the back just spraying him down too with his ult there. Really went in on the Moira ult.
Very clean and very decisive first point for Barberton.
Yeah, it really looks like Louisville's not putting up much of a fight here. Kind of surprising. I don't know. You know, they also, I believe, are the third seeded team from another part of the Northeast region. So, or maybe the second. I can't recall. I think they were the third seed from whatever region they're coming from. So, division they're coming from rather. So, because Barberton had the second place seed, they got a easier match here, and so far it's looking pretty smooth.
We're in a similar comp here again.
Let's try to be a bit more critical of mistakes that Barberton. If it keeps being a bit of a one-sided fight like that, let's talk more about what Barberton could be punished for if they were perhaps playing a team that was capitalizing on some of the mistakes.
Let's see how this next fight goes, but I have some ideas already. So Louisville running a Bastion this time. Let's see if it pays out for them. Hook into the wall, interesting. High ground position from the Bastion could easily get punished there.
Yeah, he got low.
And there's the hook.
Yep. Oh, lamp
Forces lamp out. Counter lamp. Caden still goes down to the high burst headshot, although the Zen and the Bastion go down there as well. A little bit of a sloppy fight on both sides, I think.
I think that
Weird
Sigma
high
should have
ground
pulled out with the rest of his team there instead of staying in and just letting his team get killed by a DPS and a Moira.
I think so too. It was a little bit sloppy in general, though. It felt like if Barberton just went back a little bit and got a cleaner hook and then isolated one target with a body block, they could have killed him instantly. Let's see how well Louisville can push out of this forward spawn. I do like how Barberton is taking this forward position because they know they have advantage.
You gotta know how to win. You have
Tommy
to know
trying
when
to be
you're winning.
sneaky.
Rock comes out, connects to the Hog.
Doesn't matter too much because Tommy is there to add a lot of pressure to that tank. Nice hook there.
Yeah, that was good. I like the Sojourn kind of applying the pressure.
I do too. The window there and the railgun to the head was also quite powerful. It doesn't look like it's going to be enough to really convert this into a team fight win for Louisville, because we're Barberton starting to use ults as well. And that's generally the rule. Like, if you're down a player and you really need to win back the fight, just go ahead and commit an ultimate, especially if it's looking normal.
Small correction. Earlier I said that Harris was subbed up, but we actually have Fincher coming in to cover today for DPS.
Finch from previous seasons. He's been a long-term player on the Barberton Esports team.
He's still on our roster, though. He's not normally main line. So.
It's like Louisville taking a slow route around instead of trying to push through the choke there, which is interesting, especially without a Lucio to really assist that.
Good pick on Fincher, though.
A little bit out of position, I would say.
Like the window coming down, but I don't know how much they're able to. Hook goes out, doesn't connect, unfortunately.
Breather barely saves the Hog into the land. Looks like Louisville's going to get a concisive fight here.
I like seeing them jump off here. Nice. That's what I would do.
Smart decision.
I think that was the call, and I'm glad that Barberton respected the die fast. We just need to reset.
Let's see if they know how to push back in. Caden trying to get a little bit of an early advantage. This could be potentially out of position depending on how Louisville would push up. I think this is a mistake on Louisville's part. Now they're taking a bit of a high ground and pushing forward. Had they discovered Caden being so far forward, he could have been isolated and killed.
Yeah, I think they should have pressed forward sooner. They kind of like no connect.
Rock does though, and down goes the Hog. Trance comes out interestingly enough. It doesn't appear to have been anything that really triggered the need for that.
One hero got a little low, maybe even the Zen themselves. I can't recall who it was from Louisville's side, so maybe they just were too afraid to lose this fight.
Tommy's like, I need to build ult now, and then immediately back out. Not able to farm enough damage to get Blossom, but this would be the critical time to use it. Again, with the soldier out of position here from Barberton, just too far forward, not really having a good cover position, and with so much splash damage, especially out of the Sigma on Louisville's team.
Who ate the orb and just ate every like shot in the world there.
This is getting sloppy on Barberton's part, I think, trickling in one at a time. Like we saw the soldier was down, we had spawners in spawn still, and then the Hog went forward anyway.
I wonder if the call was to try to dry push and bait on an ult from a less disciplined team, but I don't know.
It feels that might have been the plan, but the plan feels wrong knowing they had already just gotten.
There goes Fincher again.
Twice now, although Tommy does get the 1v1 off of the, and then the ult comes out. There it is. Nothing to stop it, nothing to slow it down.
He does go down from the Sigma, but it's not going to matter. This should be easy cleanup here, especially with the laser light show from Julian.
Absolutely, and this could be final fight. It depends on how quickly Louisville can get back to point here. There's really only Visor for Barberton, so it's going to have to be an early pop.
Yeah,
Try
as
to
long
get
as
maybe
Fincher doesn't
that
get
Bap.
picked early here.
Oh, nice hook onto the Baptiste. Barely gets out.
Ah, that's too bad.
Morb also destroys the lap from the BAM, so they're not going to have that cooldown. A weird rotation behind them.
I think they just want to get the percent, but this Sigma's fighting by himself. He has no clue his team is not with him.
Absolutely.
Fincher's cracked the ult here, forcing them off point or into death.
Smart play.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Barberton on this. A clean 2-0.
All right, so a little bit of a spoiler for our watchers. Captain Tommy, if you're listening, when you sent me the codes, you sent me the Samoa code twice, so we do not have the King's Row map, which I think may have had the closest game. So we're going to join you on map 3. Now, we will let you know Barberton does get the next map spoiler for the King's Row. However, we are going to join on map 3 and see how Barberton does, if Louisville can start swinging it back, putting some more pressure onto Barberton, or if it's going to be a clean 3-0 sweep for Barberton to head into the regionals. Let's find out when we join you here in a moment. Barberton Esports fans, we've returned.
Welcome, gamers, into round 3 against Louisville. Let's see how this map goes.
I wish we could have brought you the King's Row, as I said. It just wasn't in the cards. Actually, it wasn't in the codes. As Tommy was so impressed with our performance on Samoa, he sent me the code twice. So hopefully, we'll be able to get you some gameplay footage and some recordings. Rather than not recordings, but you'll be able to see VODs, hopefully, of our team at the regionals if we can get this win here. It just depends on how Barberton does playing New Junk City? Yes.
New Junk City.
I think Barberton prefers Servasa, though this is fine. Pushing Julian on the Lucio. Coach Mosey learning how to use the keyboard.
A little bit of a fat finger. Not too much as the fat finger of that lamp going out, double lamp going out. And Caden actually drops from a railgun from the Sojourn. Tabby getting a hack and then a headshot focus. Ooh, huge wall.
Yeah.
That was good for Barberton.
And I like seeing Christian on the Ram here. I think this might have been one of his first times running Ram today. Not one of his main guys. I think I'm remembering now. He really enjoys Rhine and he enjoys
Tommy quite a bit far forward and
yeah.
pays the price for it.
Rhine and the Hog, but Louisville seems pretty stuck on the Diva. I think that might be a, I don't want to say a one.
Morb going down as well. The Soldier pulling out the carry here with 2 picks early out of the gate. This is going to be hard for Barberton to hold.
Ceding some space here, but they got 35% out of it.
Worth it.
The ticks come up pretty quick on Flashpoint, so we'll see.
Re-engaging with just 4. Let's see how this pays out for Barberton. Already dropping a lot of health.
Yeah, no
Shield
punching
down
mode right now either out of our tank. I'd like to see them top themselves off first. Look how low we are.
That is
Aiden beating
meat
his
into the
brains
meat
out.
grinder. Although Tommy coming in with the carry ult, can't get all 4. Lamp goes down,
He
saves
gets
the day.
all of them.
Converts into picks. Excellent. Good focus on the lamp there by Barberton.
Tommy with those clutch ults.
Ooh.
Really being able to read when it is time to drop a May ult. You know, if the May is available, Tommy's gonna
Down 1 player, press Q.
Yeah.
Trading a little bit of fire early here.
I mean, you know, Tommy likes to try to build that ult, and sometimes if the team's cracked, they might take a shot at him. So it's one of those things that I don't know how easily he'll be able to get the snipesicles against higher tier teams.
Ooh, the kill onto both of the supports for Louisville. It's going to be really rough for
They're
them.
going for a long flank onto the point, but for what? So they can feed on it now?
Yeah, the Diva I don't think should have left there and stayed with the supports. And really, the rotation by the Soldier should have been sufficient. Although, of course, a 5v3 is never going to pan out for Louisville here. So Barberton easily capitalizes on that. A little bit of aggression, I think, would pay off for Barberton right now, knowing how mixed the spawns are, but they're content sitting on point right now.
What do you think of the comp out of Barberton for this match?
Interesting, so to speak. I like the May, the Lucio especially. Gap is always nice to have. Ramatra quite good, especially for close brawls and holding forward, which we've seen a lot of at Christian here. Caden, though, nah, Bastion's fine. We love Bastion. It's more about positioning, because Bastion is pretty easy to kill on this map. Ooh, getting
Go
one
for the
hit.
Soldier, he's getting him.
Oh, he's running.
Oh,
he's running. He gets out.
He doesn't quite lead the shot enough.
Lamps up, though. Does get Funeral. He does walk out of the lamp, unfortunately.
I don't
so
know,
Barberton without a tank.
Yeah. He must have just barely missed it.
Yeah, it is a instant laser. So Barberton's down 2 now.
They
Trying to
pull
get out quickly. A little bit of a taxi here by Angel to get Maycie out.
Nice work from Julian there, being the speed buddy. Ooh, Louisville got 4 out of 5 ults here.
They can pretty much decide the fate of the battles here. Although Barberton does still have 3, and the beat is especially going to be important for a sustained fight. There is Caden peeking the Zen.
If this Zen had a bit more reaction time, it could have been dead there. Oh, they're sitting in a frozen wasteland, though.
Smart play by the Zen, denying that blizzard completely.
A little bit. I mean,
Goes
the
down,
teams
though.
got picked in that.
And that's where that beat came in super handy, is to extend the fight and push it on.
Don't forget to cap the point, B-Town. Oh, they got it.
See, that's the kind of aggression that you really want. Just have 1 or 2 people sitting on point and then hard chase down everything else.
That was a nice beat out from Julian, and then I also think that ult was really great. They also all focused down targets during the blizzard so that they could out damage the heal that came out from the Zen.
Ooh, getting an early pick onto the...
Nice move, Angel. Shooting those Oreos.
Getting a little bit of damage on the Ramatra there. Nice block out. Forced out the lamp. Worth it, though, getting 2 picks out of this fight so far.
Yeah, Adan was able to translate that extra life that he was granted into...
And the
kill.
Diva. And the baby Diva.
I know Tommy was going crazy. He was making some goofy celebratory screams after every single kill, or rather one fight, and it was quite fun to listen to from my perspective on the.
We've got an ult here. Let's see how this can pay off. Ooh, immediately
Ram in
getting
your
sold out by the
face.
zone. Although
Unfortunately, yeah,
goes down for it.
he did not realize that the rest of his team could not be there for him. Either that, or maybe you shouldn't walk in with a Zen orb on you. Even if you're Ram, you will be deleted. So
doesn't end up paying out for Louisville though. They weren't really able to get to the point in time, and it felt like the Sojourn ult was more for a play of the game type deal.
I would have liked to have seen more out of more discipline out of Funeral there on the aggression there. At least maybe.
I don't know. Like, I think playing so far forward and aggressive like that, even if you lose the team fight, is worth securing the point because it unlocks only in 15 seconds later. So I feel that was a good play. Although dying to a trade there from Adan. Ooh.
Oh, gotta stand in
We
the
love
lamp.
Diva balls. Although Tommy,
You love
the
the
big
5-man
blizzard.
freeze.
Oh man.
The 5-man freeze.
Tommy brings it back. Huge trade of bolts there. Can't downplay the supports though. That was a pretty hard carry.
Oh, that was a huge ult. That ult single-handedly was the decisive factor there. Removing the entire enemy team's ability to move or do anything. Pretty valuable.
Nice forward position and keeping nice
I like
and nimble.
The swap for the heals too. A little bit of tickles out from the enemy Bastion, but not too much.
Trade of windows. Meat grinder. Diva can't defend Matrix for too long. Immediately goes down.
Bastion's trading.
Ooh. Gets one.
I thought they were trading.
Nice repositioning there. And then goes down
I think
for it.
Morb knows that this is just a little bit of a hopping. Oh, yeah, never mind. They got 3. They got 3. Julian gets the pick.
Disrespecting the Sojourn.
Yeah, the enemy team just needed to pick one of Barberton's players to finish off there, and instead they kind of spread out and let Barberton pick them left and right, left and right.
Ooh, singling out the
Could have loved to see that.
spawn camp. Prevent
Angel
any
really
chance to
going
get back in.
aggressive on this Lucio here, and I like to see it. The enemy team
Can't get back to the point in time.
Yeah, Barberton secures their spot for the regionals. They will be
3-0.
moving on in the regionals, or rather to the lands. They'll be playing against Avon High School in the first round, so that's going to be a pretty tough match. Should they advance from there, they'll play against either Salem or Warren, whoever wins on that side, and then whoever comes up the other side of the bracket. My money right now is on Akron STEM, but we'll see. Perhaps Ursuline High School or Shaker or East Canton could also make it up there. East Canton's looking pretty strong this season. We'll see what happens when well, maybe you guys won't see on the YouTube channel because we're going to have this going to be live cast streamed on either YouTube or Twitch. We'll try to get the link out ahead of time. And we can't guarantee that our matches will be the highlighted streamed match. However, we hope to bring you news of some Barberton victories in the near future. Thank you for watching. It's been a great season, and go Magics.